Also, Phil might be spot on this year.
Yeah, he might be right. We obviously hope that he is wrong, but it doesn't sound good for us here in West Michigan with our chilly temps on the way. Anthony.
Hey, we got some really cold weather, and it was that camera footage, was that actually from earlier today? I'm not sure if that was or if that was from a different year, but it certainly looked like it was cloudy in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania earlier today, which led me to wonder how the groundhog saw his shadow, because typically I thought the shadow was something that was seen, when it was a clear sky, when the sun was coming up, but not sure how that shook out. But the bottom line was he did see his shadow, and that means another 6 weeks of winter. I mean, you got to trust the groundhog, right? Trust the weatherman too, hopefully. We've got some cold weather. It's going to be arriving here shortly, folks, and the coldest air that we have seen in quite some time. Now, this is not going to be record-breaking cold. Let's keep this in perspective, but in a season that hasn't had much, frigid air, to use that word, it will be a shock to the system when it does start to come in on Friday and then through Saturday and Sunday. And it does look like there's going to be reinforcing shots of cold air through next work week. So it's not like it's just going to come down and exit real fast. We're going to be dealing with it probably for a solid week, though it will let up at times to some extent. This is going to be cold like we haven't dealt with at least since last year, if not the year before. 26 degrees in Grand Rapids at the moment. Readings actually, to be honest, they're just not dropping off as much as modeling has suggested in overnights, really going back the past, say, 10 days. So thinking maybe mid-teens or so for overnight lows, as opposed to models suggesting upper single digits tonight. And really not terribly shocking, because the surrounding environment is not ridiculously cold. So the depth of which we can fall is all relative to this radiational cooling, which is a combination of clear skies, dry air mass, and light winds. We've got some of those elements certainly in play. But with 26 right now, by the time we get to daybreak tomorrow morning, perhaps 15, 16 degrees, I would think, for our fall off point before we start to rise. Look at all this cold air, though, in Canada. I mentioned that yesterday, how it was going to begin to expand in coverage. Been talking about that for days, really. And those pink colors starting to push further southward. They're going to continue to head even more southward throughout the day tomorrow and on Thursday. Look at this day planner, though. Before we get to that point with this really cold air, 37 tomorrow afternoon. We got to 36 right here on Tuesday. So an atmosphere that, if anything, is going to shake out milder tomorrow, should yield a degree or two warmer here in Grand Rapids. Another great day on Wednesday. Sunshine to be in full force, just a cloud or two out there, and then clouds thickening up on Thursday. I'm thinking towards 4, 5, 6 o'clock. That's when this wintry mixture / snow situation comes in. Not a major winter storm. We're not talking about winter storm warnings, but probably something the National Weather Service will eventually hoist these winter weather advisories once again for much of our viewing area. And then the coldest air of the season. That's really going to be the biggest story of all. Well, the lake effect snow probably will be too through the weekend and next week. So that'll be very localized, but some areas are going to get pounded with time. Future feels like temperatures. This is the chart for Friday at 4:30 in the afternoon, feeling like -6 in GR. How about feeling like minus double digits by the time we get to Sunday afternoon? That's what you were just looking at. So that's out several days, but still, you know what? The forecasts are not going to be wrong on this. We may be wrong, with tracking a storm and the heaviest snow band sometimes. When we're talking about a massive body of air dropping southward out of Canada, it's not going to be wrong, folks. It's going to be very, very cold, and as cold as we've seen it this season. High pressure working in from the west. We got our next system coming across from the Pacific Northwest, and that is the one that will bring the moisture, it looks like, later in the day on Thursday. Watch this model overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. We've got the clear skies. Yeah, a couple lake clouds out there, but nothing that's going to be stunting our warm-up tomorrow. Take it to 37, a little more melting snow. But I do think we're going to add some snowpack back once we go overnight Thursday into Friday morning. There probably can be a few hours where we might even get some mixing in here. The temperatures aloft Thursday evening. And we're still going to make it into the mid-30s here, folks, on Thursday. But those aloft temperatures, even when the surface temps drop off, could still yield kind of a mixture of sleet and snow. Maybe get a little rain mixed in down to the south for a period. Then the lake effect snow showers following the, as that system goes away on Friday, will kick up another inch or two. This might be a little bit bullish at 5.4 inches, but I'm thinking a solid 3-4 inches or so in GR right along the lakeshore as the lake effect really ramps up on Friday for a period. Probably there are going to be some locations getting 6, 7, 8 inches of snow. So we'll give you more specifics on that tomorrow. Bottom line is it's looking cold, lower teens for highs, overnight lows in the single digits by early next week.